What is 7-OH? And I am grateful that 7-OH wasn't around when I did my Kratom experiment. I did an experiment with Kratom. I tried white, red, and green Kratom to see if it would help me with depression, which it did. It turned out it was very addictive. I didn't respect it in the addictive nature, and that's why I'm actually really grateful that 7-OH wasn't around then. What 7-OH is it is the alkaloid in Kratom. So it's essentially what makes it act as though it was an opiate. If you're new to the channel, hit the like and subscribe button. So 7-OH is pulled essentially out of Kratom now. And so you have this alkaloid, a highly addictive alkaloid. In fact, by weight, it is more potent than what morphine is. People don't realize that. Again, it's Kratom, and Kratom has a lot of good lobbyists for it. Kratom has a lot of like, hey, it's harm reduction, it's pain management. You don't pull an alkaloid like 7-OH out of Kratom unless you're trying to make something addictive. You just don't. This is very, very habit forming. They'll put it into Kratom and call it like enhanced Kratom or super Kratom. They advertise it different. It's sold, as a tincture or even in capsule form still. Now, when it comes to actually taking this, so by weight, this is more potent than what morphine is. That shows you how much it will displace your receptors. So it does change how your body registers pain and how it acknowledges pain, how your brain acknowledges pain. It does bond to all the opiate receptors. It makes you feel good. It does produce some dopamine. You feel great. You feel on top of the world. You think it's all natural too, so it's going to be safe. It's sold in a smoke shop. It's sold in a gas station. So why wouldn't it be safe, right? Well, tenaneptine's also sold in some gas stations and smoke shops, and that's called gas station heroin for a reason. But with 7-OH, one of the challenges is because also of how potent it is. One, you are going to get addicted to it a lot quicker and a lot stronger. So it's going to bond a lot stronger than what Kratom is. Kratom, I went through withdrawals on red Kratom. I went through some withdrawals on green Kratom. Didn't really feel my white Kratom withdrawals at all. I have videos of those actually up from a few years back when I did those. But with 7-OH now into it, you are going to go through a more extreme withdrawal. So you can kick a lot harder on 7-OH than what you did on Kratom. So you don't feel, you're going to have the restless legs, you're going to have the body aches, all that stuff. You're going to have it 10 times even stronger. Now, the other side too that makes this extremely dangerous is that you have the chance now with 7-OH, because of how potent it is, to OD. What it does is, because it's blocking all these different receptors, one of the receptors it blocks is the receptor that tells your body when to breathe. That you're running out of carbon, oxygen, and you have too much carbon dioxide and stuff building up. Take a breath. It can cover over those receptors, and you can go into essentially an opiate OD, where your receptors are now covered over, and you start to snore and the gurgle. And that's a scary thing about it. You also, because of it's not really utilized correctly in the sense that this is done to just sell in a gas station, all right? So it's not FDA, there's no regulations to this, so you don't know what you're getting. So each of the 7-OH, enhanced Kratoms essentially are going to all act differently. There is no regulations when it comes to this. And people are like, how could you sell this legally? Because this is like legal heroin. You sell this legally because nobody cares. The lobbyist side of Kratom is huge. There's a ton of money behind Kratom, and they give a lot of money to the government. And so our government just turns an opposite eye. It is something that is highly addictive though, and it's becoming more and more to light where people are now talking about 7-OH a little bit more of like, hey, this is something very addictive, because it's started to trend somewhere. Hey, I could take this, it takes away all the pain, it makes me feel great, but all of a sudden now I'm hooked to it. And there are actual dangers to it. And that's why I share, is for educational purposes only. I mean, if you're new to my channel, hit the like and subscribe button, comment your experience with this down below. Because the more that we share, the more that we educate and share from our own lived experiences, I think the more that it always helps people out there realize that they're not alone, that what they're going through is valid. And also then how to get sober. I mean, when it comes to stuff like 7-OH, just like anything else, I mean, if you are truly struggling, go to rehab. I mean, I have a Refined Recovery tag down below. Download Sunflower Sober, one of the best sobriety apps there is, 24-hour support. Go to an AA meeting, go to an NA meeting, get on the right medication with a doctor, a therapist. Check out what trauma you have and what's fueling some of this addiction. Who knows, man? Go to inpatient treatment or outpatient treatment or whatever it might be. Do all that and then some. Because ultimately, when it comes to getting sober, this is the hardest part. There's no right or wrong way. It's just what works for you, and it's finding what works for you, and that can be a challenge. So for the one out there going through it, man, I feel for you. I know what it's like. I know that it's a struggle. And hopefully this clears it up a little bit, just very layman's terms for people when it comes to 7-OH and the dangers behind it.